What I'm going to talk about is not all that exciting, except it is about technology and the things that we do in Oklahoma City to make things more efficient for you. I will get us back on time. We will not take the full 20 minutes or whatever it is. I'm going to take 5 minutes at most. If you want to ask questions, go right ahead. I doubt you will. Everybody in Oklahoma City does the same thing. The law firms, the other title companies, we all review the information that we have to get things done. There's only one company that I know of that does it with technology, and that's AIC. The only one that has our own programmers that design our software to make it efficient for you and all the people that are involved. Right now, it takes about 0.6 seconds for us to do a review of the international registry. We get that over through an XML format that we've requested from them, and that really enhances the ability for us to get information back to our clients as soon as we can possibly get it back to them. 0.6 seconds. That's how long it takes us to get something done for you when we're doing something on the IR. I am not a fan of the IR. Everybody knows that. We'll talk about that if you all want to spend about 4 hours, but we're not going to do that today. Technology in Europe and in the US have been changing as we walk through everything. The US is right now looking at the CARES program that's supposed to help the FAA move to a more efficient system. They've been talking about updating the system at the FAA since 2003 when I bought AIC. We're still crawling. That's not going to move anytime soon. I don't see that happening. It could over the next few years, but nothing to the level that we're at today. We have to do this ourselves. We have to generate our own technology for us to move forward. And at AIC, we do that. We do that for the OEMs that we work with. We do that for the other law firms around the world that we work with. We generate something that allows you to get a process pushed through. We closed approximately 5,000 transactions last year through our closing group, touch over $5 billion in closings, and the only way we could do that is with our closing room. And our aircraft closing room helps take all the information and place it in one place. All the things, all the paperwork, all the documents, the funds, everything that you need to know happens in one place, and it's allowed to spread that over to all the people that are involved in the transaction. That's the kind of technology we have to design and develop to make us more efficient, because the only way we're all going to be better is if we can get more deals done. And my goal is to make it easier for you all to get your deals done. So I've kind of become a software company, not knowing that I did. I have clients that have asked us for our software, and it is now provided to them as a software as a service, and they're using AIC software to handle their transactions. One OEM just closed a deal with me a week ago that signed up to handle all the transactions that they do when they're purchasing the products that they need to put into their planes. And they're using the closing room to do all that. So we have to move our technology forward somehow, but you have to have someone with the vision to be able to do that. And you have to have someone that dreams beyond how it was done 20 years ago or 30 years ago. Because quite frankly, that's what's going on. We move it to today. We move it to where you need to be now. And my clients have the access of being able to move where they need to be to today. I'm done. Any questions? Cool. Oh, I thought I was getting out of here free. Yes. Dadgummit.
Hi, Alan Cunningham from DLA. So could you just explain to me precisely what the closing room is?
Oh, absolutely.
And what is the legal effect of documents being in or out of the closing room? What's the difference?
Well, I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not going to even attempt to make an effect of the legal in and out of the closing room. The aircraft closing room was designed by AIC. The aircraft closing room holds all the documents that have to be done to close a plane. This is not the IR closing room. The IR closes nothing. Now, that was a little harsh, but I wanted to say it one more time. The IR closes nothing. They place a lien that's out there for people to view, period. Okay? Can't go to the IR and sue and do all the other things. It won't work. Ask Guggenheim. Ask all the other ones. Get me off the IR. Sorry.
Okay, so just talking as suing people.
Let's get back on the aircraft closing room. The aircraft closing room is designed to handle all the paperwork that is involved in a transaction for aircraft. Okay, it'll hold bills of sale, applications for registration, any security agreements or anything that you might need in there. It will hold all legal documents that you might want to place inside there. Each participant will be brought in and you will get to see who is involved in the transaction. You will also get to see who is supposed to have what items listed there in the tracker. The transaction tracker will show each thing that we're requiring of you to close, and once it's all checked off, now you're ready to close. And everybody knows it. So it allows you to move through that process very efficiently and give those people the ability to move through it very efficiently. Ask me the legal question you did. I didn't hear it.
So basically it's a data room, and do you give sort of undertakings or promises to the people who use the data room? What's your obligations to them?
What's my obligation to them?
Or is it just a mechanism by which they can view the documents?
We're just holding the documents and doing what's required by them. Yeah.
Hi, first of all, thanks for your presentation. Thanks for the work you're doing. It's important for people to be pushing things forward along like this. There are a number of transaction closing rooms like this, but not specific to aircraft. And I think that's where my colleague Alan was going. But my question to you is more on the use of blockchain. Blockchain is often viewed as a solution that's looking for a problem. So I'm curious to understand with any specificity how you're deploying distributed ledger, and in what context. Are you experimenting with title tracking in its infancy, or so if you could specifically speak to the use of blockchain and how that works, I think it'd be interesting for everyone to hear. Thank you. I'm Paul.
Thank you. It's not a distributed ledger in our world, okay? What we use it for is to hold the final documents that are all placed together at the end, and we take those documents and place them in the blockchain, and we actually use that algorithm in the chain for that specific document. We're not trying to take somebody from A to B in blockchain, guys. It's not going to happen for a long, 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 long time, okay? In buying or selling an aircraft, it's just not going to happen. If I want to build this, I think blockchain would be outstanding to go through the processes of handling all the information that went into this. But when you're using assets and things like that, I don't see blockchain being moved into that world for quite some time. The supply chain, absolutely. I think it'd be great for the supply chain. For actual physical documents or items that are assets, I really don't see blockchain being used in that world. Now, that's just me. Other people can disagree, but I don't see it. Supply chain, you bet. Assets being sold and bought using the blockchain is not going to happen for a long time. A long time. Did I answer all that? Anything? Okay. Great. Anything else? Heck, let's go eat.